Tell you something you may not know, you may not think about, but rich people don't give a shit about you. Every day on TikTok, I'm looking around and I see videos over and over and over again talking about how hard everything is. Inflation, it's harder to make ends meet. Two-income families, both people making six-figure incomes, still can't pay their bills. And year after year, I hear everybody complaining about the same exact problem, and everybody's focused on the problem and nobody's talking about the solution. Think about this for a second. The United States used to be a country where we had the American dream, we had possibility, we could be anything that we wanted to be, and even if you didn't want to be an entrepreneur and become a billionaire, you could still work a full-time job and have a decent life. Anyone still feel like that's the case? Now let me tell you exactly why we are in this mess right now, just in case you don't know. Imagine that the United States was a cookie jar, and there used to be a lot of cookies in it, and there was enough cookies for everyone. We could all have a great life. We can work a full-time job, retire after 50 years with a gold watch. Every year we went on vacation with our family in our station wagon and had a good life. Today, all the cookies are gone. We are all scrambling for crumbs. The rich people took all the cookies. They have left us fighting for crumbs. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, back in 1950, 36% of all the money in this country was available to the working class. 36%. That means 64% of the money was tied up with the wealthy. We had no access to it as the working class, but 36% of the money was available to us, and we figured out how to make an amazing country on that. That number is 7% right now. 7%. 93% of all the money in this entire country is locked up in offshore accounts, in mega yachts, in big corporations. That money is out of our reach, and that number, 7%, is only going to become 6% within the next few years. So for God's sake, please stop making excuses for the wealthy and why they deserve to have all this money and all these breaks and all the tax breaks and all the benefits. Please stop making excuses as to why it's okay for them to basically influence our government and turn them into puppets. Stop saying that the rich people somehow deserve all this success because they must have worked hard and that they're somehow the job creators. They're not the job creators. They don't give a shit about us. You know what they're doing about us? They're replacing us with AI. They're replacing us with self-checkout. They're replacing us with automation. They don't care about us. They only care about taking all the money, and they are succeeding at it. Every year, every election cycle, I hear the same arguments, that somehow the wealthy and the big corporations are the job creators and they deserve all this success, and that somehow that money's all going to trickle down to us. It doesn't trickle down to us, and it hasn't for the last 60 years. So if you haven't figured it out by now, concentrating wealth at the top isn't working for any of us. I don't care if you're a conservative, if you're a liberal, I don't care on which side of the aisle you're on. This whole thing is not working. We are now an oligarchy. An oligarchy is when the rich people control the government and that basically we just get turned into debt slaves. So I hate to break it to you, we are all debt slaves. We are waking up every day, we're getting into these stupid cars that we don't want to own or pay for. We're blowing a third of our income on a car to drive to a job. Think about your life. We exist right now largely to work and pay corporations. We're debt slaves. So I'm not okay with that. And until we start to unify as a country and stop this whole left, right, red, blue, stupid nonsense and start realizing that the only divide that we have in this country is top and bottom. We are not divided left and right. This is a made-up paradigm that they have got everybody to believe. We are the working class. Everything from people who, we're talking movie stars all the way down to the poverty line. Now think about every single problem in our nation right now. Think about all the stuff you're pissed about. You can trace it right to this wealth inequality. Yeah, you're upset about all the homeless people sleeping on the streets and crapping all over the place? Well, guess what? The rate of homelessness is spiking in an exact lockstep line with wealth that is concentrating at the top. The richer the rich get, the poorer the working class gets, the more homeless people we have. Nobody's taking care of us. Nobody is looking out for us. Our entire government doesn't give a shit about the working class. They just want us to continue paying the bill and shutting the hell up. Yeah, I'm a little pissed about this, and I'm tired of it. And I'm really tired about everybody arguing the same points and nobody really stepping back and gaining some perspective and going, holy shit, he just might be right.